Hello everyone. Let us now discuss how can we solve this problem. Check if any element has prime frequency. You are given an integer array nums. That means you are given with an array nums and return true if the frequency of any element of the array is prime. Otherwise return false. Now the frequency of an element x is the number of times it occurs in the array. A prime number is a natural number greater than 1 with only two factors, 1 and itself. Now let us look at this problem right here. Now I have elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 1 has a frequency of 1 and 2 has a frequency also of 1. 3 has a frequency of 1. 4 has a frequency of 2. 5 has a frequency of 1. Now when I have frequency of 1, I just don't consider it as a prime number is a natural number greater than 1. So these ones are not prime numbers. Now what I'll do, I'll just consider this 2 and 2 is a prime number. So if the frequency of any element is prime, then I'll return true. That's what they did here. They return true. That means the output is true. Now example 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everywhere the elements are having a frequency of 1, just 1, right? So 5 has a frequency of 1, 4 has a frequency of 1, 3 has a frequency of 1, 2, and also 1 has a frequency of 1. So all elements have a frequency of 1. So we don't consider any prime numbers, right? There is no prime number as a frequency, so we'll be returning false. Now let us go to the example 3. 2 is present for 3 times, 4 is present for 2 times. Now 2 is a prime number, so what I'll do, I'll just return true, and 3 is also a prime number, right? So I'll return true. 2 and 4 has a prime frequency. Now what I need to do is, first thing the intuition is to store the frequency, but before that let us see what are the constants. Nums.length, the array size will be only 100, and also the value of nums of I will be till 100. Now what I'll do, the intuition is just I'll get the frequency of every element, right? Every number. Now what I'll do, check if check if any element's frequency is prime. Now I need to do two things. First thing, get the frequency, and I need to write this is prime function. Now let us do it by step by step. Now I am writing the algorithm here. First thing, how do I get the frequency of every element? For that, I will use an unordered map where I store int, and let me name it as frequency. Now I will get the frequency by for int num through nums, the given array. So frequency of num plus plus. So this is how I get the frequency. Now I got the frequency. Now I need to write a function of is prime. But before that, let us know whether how can I get through this unordered map frequency, and how can I get whether the frequency is prime or not. Let us see. For auto, x is the element and f is the frequency in frequency unordered map. Now this auto means, that means we are going through auto means a data type which gets the data type of this frequency, right? So it is having x comma f. Now if is prime, f is prime, then what I will return, I will return true there itself. If not, I will return false at the end. Now this is how if I write is prime function. As they said, I am taking int n, right, bool. So if n is equal to 1, then I will return, is it a prime number? No, it is not a prime number, right? And for int I is equal to 2 and going till less than n, I is less than n, I plus plus, right? So if n mod I is equal to 0, then return false. So it is having a factor more than 1 and itself. So we'll be returning false. It is not a prime number. If not, return true at the end.